So this topic is something that's near and dear to my heart. It might not seem that flashy to you guys, right off the get-go, but I feel like it's something that's really important for me to do, is to be ready, be prepared. And, this doesn't go for just tournament fishing. This is a big deal if you're just a angler that wants to go out there and have fun. And to be truthful, all my fun days on the water have mostly been not tournament fishing. They're out just fun fishing, but when you get out there, you want to worry about the fishing. You don't want to be worried about other stuff or your boat or, things not working right or your drag wasn't set and you mess up and you got to go home early or whatever. You want to go out there, have fun, be ready, be prepared, and that's what this is all about. And I'm basically going to talk to you about and show you the things that I do to try to prepare myself the best I can. And hopefully you guys can pick up on something that will help you out. This might not be for everybody to do exactly what I do, and I understand that, but, everybody's different. Some guys are fly by the seat of their pants, and that's the best way they do. But for me, I feel like I do best when I'm well prepared, and I get there to the lake, and everything else is taken care of, and I don't have anything to worry about but fishing. Because you know how hard they are to figure out, so the last thing you want to do is be worried about something else. We can go to the next slide. We already talked about this, just an introduction to me. Prep is key for me. Some fishermen do best with this, some fishermen don't, like I said before. But the most important thing is, you look at all these different anglers that are great, and they each have their own way, their own system. And I think the most important thing is to find your own way as an angler. And what might be good for me might not be good for you. So if you understand that and look at everything that way, you're going to be probably more successful preparing yourself for whatever event it is. You might do best doing your homework, having a lot of practice, and then being prepared that way. You might do best flying by the seat of your pants and just going and fishing fresh and not knowing anything, no preconceived notions. That might be your thing. So finding your way, what works best for you, is a really important thing. But some level of preparation can never hurt for anybody, I feel like. I take it as far as I can personally. I try to, and you'll see, I'll outline all the things that I do to try to, get ready for a place. If I'm going across the country to fish for 7 days, I'll try to be as ready as I can be. One thing that one of my high school coaches used to say to me is work so hard you can't lose, and it's the same thing. He's talking about being ready, and by the time you step out there, you've worked so hard, you've practiced, you've done all the little things right, so if you lose, you won't be mad at yourself. It's just you lost. It wasn't because of something you did. So if you take care of all the little things in between, that's what he was talking about when he said that. Researching lakes, that's a big thing. Before I go, is I'll study maps. I'll study several different maps. I'll get my graph and I'll mark certain things that I think that will be likely places before we ever get there. And I'll even name them certain things, like when I make a waypoint, like check out this point or check this out, this bank looks good on Google Earth or something like that. I'll mark those things so I know when I get to the lake, I don't have to remember that, but it's right there in front of me and it tells me. Because when you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, you're out there at 6 and you're tired and stuff, you've already done some of the work for yourself. Likely things to key in on, looking forward into an event. If I'm going somewhere in the springtime, it's probably going to be a spawn time. I know I'm probably not going to be fishing deep. I'm going to look towards the spawn, look towards the bank, and just going into a tournament knowing the likely things that you need to be doing. That right there is an important thing. Niche deals. Some places we go across the United States always have, these niche little things. Every single lake's got its little thing that seems to, guys more often than not win doing or whatever. The Ozarks have their little things like, wigglewort crankbait's really good. And it's good to know those things before you even go to a lake. What kind of lake is it? Is it an Ozark lake? Is it a grass lake? Are we going to Florida? What kind of, fishing am I going to be doing based upon that? Those are all the things that I'll consider in likely patterns that time of the year. And also,
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluzek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.